롯데햄 프라이드 치킨.
롯데햄 프라이드 치킨.
발라 먹으니까 실감나게 맛있습니다.
통날개 넣어주세요.
와, 뼈 없는 닭튀김 이건 모를 거야?
뼈 없는 닭튀김.
롯데햄 프라이드 치킨.
롯데햄 냉동식품.
That was terrible. I think I'm kind of done with OBS. I was in the middle of streaming 2 minutes ago, and it decided to restart my computer with an update that I didn't accept. So, anyways, it sucks ass. Anyways, yeah, what's up? Andy, you're first. What's up, Nick? All right, I'm gonna flip this around. Art for inspiration, because I'm tired of OBS. The Wandering Stars, Sam Keith, 1987 Sam. Sam was drawing like this before a lot of my fans were even born. I'm gonna flip this around. You guys get to feed the ducks, though. All you got to hear last time was my fan. So, if you did hear it. Yeah, OBS too, I'm not sure that it cancels out background noise like StreamYard does. It can have a murder going on behind me and probably wouldn't hear it. Let me check the flow on Utes. Okay, that looks all right. All right, so yeah, like I said, Wandering Stars, Fantagraphics books, Fantagraphics, 1987. And again, Deja Vu, like I said in my other stream, that just decided to kick. Relatively inexpensive book to pick up. If you guys are into like early Sam Keith, which I still stand by, it's the best Sam Keith, if you're a fan of Sam. Yeah, this era up through, from here all the way up through, you know, his alien story up through, I'd say around the max number 12, and then I kind of dipped out. That's when he started getting weird coloring pages like crayons and Conti crayons and shit. Anyways, yeah, we'll take a peek at this. As far as I know, it's all ages for the most part, so yeah, unfortunately, because I'm not on OBS, I'm not going to be able to see a ton of the details really well. But I'll try to show out some key stuff, some of his fades. And again, I'm not examining the story to this. I only bought this because Sam was the illustrator. Back in the day, I was doing some research way back when he was on Marvel Comics Presents, and I think it was the Blood. I forgot the name of the series. One with Cyber in it. Yeah, Deja Vu, Noah, exactly. And I'll point this out again, like I just did in the other video that just crapped out on me in the middle of it. I deleted that, by the way. It's not on YouTube anymore. His grayscales, he was a big user of Ziptone. You can see it used here for the grays. Old school Ziptone, like right there. I wish this camera would just focus so much faster than this. Anyways, yeah, you can see it there. There's somewhere else. Oh yeah, it was up here too. I think this is like a linear Ziptone right there, though. Maybe I'll use a pointer. Maybe the pointer will help it focus. There you go. No, they're just tight dots. You can see the white out there too, where he kind of comes in, and he does that throughout this book. Things that a lot of us still use today. But influence-wise, yeah, Yeah, psychedelic art. A lot of this, you know, curvy borders. Not so much panel breaks, but he was really using and continued to use these in all of his work. Panels that they overlap or interject into other panels. Yeah, a little bit of a panel break there with the toe. But yeah, Sam was always an artist ahead of his time, I felt like. But yeah, a lot of Frazetta, a lot of Frazetta, a lot of Bernie Wrights in this work. A lot. You can see him using a lot of that there too. I don't know if that's fine liner or if that's a zip tone overlap, because that looks a little too perfect. Those lines look a little too perfect behind that character with the glasses. Might be zip-tone. I never took Sam as a technical artist or being one who had patience for technical perfection. You get to see a lot of the feathering that he was known for. This stuff like this too, where you get that deleter and then a bunch of the fades in there. Around this time, the 80s, stuff like this, where you'd have this sort of deleter area, you get the hard light hitting it, and then on the object, they make a very, very specific hard edge visible, and they shade out from there. Keown was doing that a bunch. Teixeira, Sam Keith. That's really about it. Stephen Platt kind of brought it back and made it cool again in like '95. And then artists sort of abandoned it as part of their arsenal and their style. But yeah, that's a really cool splatter effect right there, the energy stuff. What's up, Ace, Dale, Philip? No, Dale, the stream, I was streaming this through OBS because the camera is a million times better. For whatever reason, StreamYard just doesn't really do justice on like line art stuff. Weirdly, it actually looks okay, but it goes out of focus. It loses its bearing. And I've switched out cameras before too. Like I think it's just StreamYard. When I save stuff locally, I feel like there's a lot more intuitive control of the autofocus when you just save straight to your computer. Something about the streaming, I don't know. I just work here. I don't know anything. Yeah, but again, and everything, he's got a lot of stuff super like skewed. Like a lot of these, almost every page there aren't a whole lot of parallel panels. Some of these stackers are, but like stuff like this right here, it like leans, it's definitely keeps the eyeball moving. But Sam has always had a tendency to excessively use that. And I wouldn't call it a crutch. It was just something he did just to probably, sometimes as an artist, you have to do stuff to keep yourself interested in the work. Really cool textures in there. It's got some zipatone going on that deleter. And then you got the, right here, I don't know, that might actually be a zipatone pattern. It kind of appears to be a pattern. So it might be like a zipatone grit pattern that they used to sell. I didn't have an opportunity to see all the zipatone patterns that were available back in the day because they weren't really using it a whole lot at Extreme in the 90s when I got there as a teen. And I think it was kind of expensive anyways. I think that's another reason. They're just sort of like, let the colorists figure it out. It was 90s was a lot more about clean line art and style you know. Yeah, these are pretty strong. It's funny because far away, even you could tell it's Sam a lot because of the he has a specific weight to like clothing that he does. Stuff like this right here, like this. If you get rid of this, this feels like a Max page, right? So, but yeah, again, like really cool control. Like these panels are pretty tiny, so he really liked to get in there and noodle everything, which is good. You know, at the time, it was before everyone went big. Yes, Sam was always a fan of doing this stuff, tiny, all these small panels. This one's insane right here. There you go. Cool perspective shot. Okay, so like that's a pretty cool shot of some planets there. Looking down on this one here, he just uses everything. Layers it in white, zipatone, line variance. The lines get more skitterish towards the ground. He's got some drop shadows, got stuff to show some depth. You got this ship flying across, right? Like this is a very Blade Runner-y kind of panel. And also like right here, not afraid to use. A lot of artists these days, the single focus for me. A lot of artists get scared to do this sort of thing right here, which is the come on, camera. There you go. Anyways, texture mixed with line art over things that you're kind of, it's all subjective, of course, but in storytelling, you know, you really don't want to be doing that too much, like heavy shadows over faces, because the face is the thing that you want to connect with the reader. But Sam's like, I don't care about rules. Makes for interesting compositions, cool looking art. Solutions to every problem. That's interesting. Really dark. Total Sam Keith right there. Signature Sam. It's another thing a lot of us artists took from Sam, who I'm sure he took a little bit of that from Frazetta's line art. The whiteout breaks. Instead of going across and creating more shadow, you come across and create more light through working perpendicular. Yeah, this stuff feels like he spent a lot more time on it too than the Marvel work. The Aliens book, well, it's a mini-series, but the Aliens books were, I think those were also before Marvel Comics Presents, and those ones as well, like the rendering in them is crazy. I think maybe by the time he went over to Marvel, either maybe got a little burned out, or something else too. I mean, it might also be the deadline factor. Like he was only doing like short stories, right, for like months on end, short stories, and he moved over to only doing covers, and even some of the covers felt kind of rushed. So yeah, some people just aren't built, you know, they're not built for monthly work. So, and this was a one shot, so I mean, I think there is something to be proven in the work in these pages. But it is strong work. This is a really cool panel right here. I like this shot. It's this dude. Look at all that, because it's all black, right? It's all like using white lines to show the the definition of the character and a little bit of shading, right? Like you can see where the arm tucks under and over, the leg is tucked. The detail of his spikes, right? I would have just silhouetted that, to be honest, but Dale put the work in. Yeah. He's got his air Draven shot. Oh, this is something that I did. Okay, so like right here, where he did with this leg, is something I kind of attempted on a page I just inked recently, where you have this line that comes across and then you use some sort of a, I use Zipatone, but a Zipatone pattern in Photoshop even, but right here it looks like he actually did white stippling, maybe back and forth. Oh man, there it is. The ribboning. That's where it started. If you guys know about the telephone wires, you know. Come on, camera. Right here. There it is, right there. Yep. A lot of white paint work on these. Like I said, I'd really like to see these originals and at least a photo scan of them, not just a photocopy. I'm interested to see what happened with the inks. I saw a cover that he did. I was looking for an image to use for this, the thumbnail to this video, the art for inspiration video. That's really cool. I do this a lot myself, just so because it gets boring if it's just black all the way across, you know, just to kind of show mass where it's like gray, it's not fully black. Yeah, there's a sorry, I'm moving something. Yeah, like I said, there's no ink wash or none of that. That's all Zipatone, tight knitted Zipatone patterns. Like I said, I was looking at images that I could grab for the cover square on the thumbnail for this, and came across some of his original covers, and on two of them, the line art on certain parts of it are literally light purple, like transparent, like really transparent. But this is super creative. He actually blocked out areas and used those. This is pre-Photoshop, just so you guys know. Like, this isn't Photoshop here. So, what's up, Rick? What's up, Bemis? Yeah, 1987 Sam, Wandering Stars #1. I know who it was. I was telling Jason, Unhinged Jason. I was telling him about this, so I'll have to send him this. I've had this thing so long. This is the first time I've cracked it in years. I bought this back when Sam was on Marvel Comics Presents during that whole I don't remember what it was, but he was fighting that character Cyber that had like the adamantium fingernails. Which would have been what, like 2 years after this? 2 years or so. I mean, it doesn't apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Oh, what the hell? Hey, is this the first appearance of the Izzes? They don't have no mouths. Look kind of phallic. What the hell? Look at. Oh no. Is that what the Izzes are? Oh, good lord. Sam. But yeah, like I said, again, all these it's a double page spread, which they did not. Is this something they did there, or is that on purpose? Okay, yeah, they didn't. So this is way back. They didn't align it correctly, so they printed this as its own, and it got shifted over because this is supposed to go into this right here at the spine. So this one got the full bleed treatment to spine. This one did not. So here, so it's supposed to look like that, like that. See that? But you got that white gap. Oh well. I'll write him a letter. Go find a stamp, send him a letter. Yog. Swoosh. Why does no one draw in sound effects anymore? Check this out. It's pretty creative right here. Reminds me of the Ed 209 a little bit. Just from the shape. But dig that rendering. Look, there's the ises. I feel like Sam learned how to draw like 20 things and just drew them over and over in different ways. Yeah, so a little bit of splatter, controlled splatter, good use of negative area in this panel. Something cool about it, unlike everybody else, broke the rule of negative area and actually rendered in the stuff that's further from the light. So you get a cast shadow, some shading here. I'm not even mad that the shading is on the wrong side on both of these. And both of these. They look cool. That's part of comics, right? Find the paper. Look, camera, there it is. Yeah. So this stuff's really cool. I wonder how much of this is brushing too. Ace is asking, Marvel Comics presents. Yeah, he did a pretty big run. I guess it would be like 6 or 7 books maybe on Marvel Comics Presents. It was a Wolverine story. I think it's called Bloodlust or something like that. But they also collected it in the. This is the last pages here. I'll show you the Marvel Comics Presents stuff. It's in one of the new omnibuses. Yeah, dude, look at these hands, man. It's detailed so nice. So nice, almost 40 years ago, guys. It's back when Keon was learning how to draw people in Dragon Force, right? So anyways, yeah, that's that right there. Here, I'll show you. So this is done now. Chapter under 30, I'll show you this. I think it's in... Yes, okay, so Omnibus 3, the Mark Silvestri Omnibus for Wolverine. Gotta do this, sorry. It's the only way I'm gonna be able to show this thing. Alright, so Mark Silvestri's Omnibus 3, it also contains the Marvel Comics Present issues by Sam. It's got some of this Kubert stuff in it too. Where are they at? I think they try to do it kind of chronological, but it's... Yeah, alright, so it kind of starts right... Is that the first one? Yeah, this is it right here. So, badass cover. So yeah, it's going to be 85 through... And you can see it again, that all that, the cool group, you know, groovy panels and a lot of teeter-tottering between heavy renders or heavy black. So yeah, 85, 86, 87. It's one of my favorite opening pages ever. '88, '89. Let's see here. 90. And then I think he skips. I think that it goes, it says continues next issue, 91. This is that cyber character. 91 up through, let's see, 92. I know it doesn't go all the way to, yeah, this is the end. Okay, so 92 is the finale of this whole cyber thing, right? It's the last page right here. So 92. He continues to do covers for a bunch of the Marvel Comics Presents books later on. See, 95, Sam Keith. And these are just, here it is again, 97. Because there was these ongoing short stories of Wolverine that kind of went issue to issue by different writers or whatnot, and then Sam continued to provide covers, and he even went over and did the covers for Marvel Comics Presents when the stories became about like there was like this weird team up thing. There's Sam right there as well. It's a John Byrne homage. There was even hey, look, you want to see some Liefeld? This is early Liefeld right here. This Wolverine stuff. He's like, I just saw Jim draw this. I'm gonna draw this. Yeah, and then Marvel Comics Presents 100. But yeah, Sam kept doing the covers, a lot of them, for the issues with Cable and Ghost Rider team up. Mostly those. I think there was a couple of Doctor Strange, maybe. This was a cool book because they had 2 covers to it. So the one was Wolverine holding the 100 with Ghost Rider on top, and the other one is Wolverine smashed with Ghost Rider on top. It's kind of like a yin and yang almost. I think this was the back cover. It's been a while. And then Sam illustrates the issue 100, because it's Doctor Doom, thoughts penetrated by nightmare. It's a cool book. Look at that horse. I should have looked at that during the Spawn challenge. Yep. So it's a badass panel. This one too. This one is very reminiscent to me of that cover too. There's an animated movie called Wizards. If you're not old like me, you don't know it. But if you look it up, it's called Wizards. Yeah, it's a cool movie. Animation for adults. Yeah, and then I don't think Sam. Let's see, because this is the end here. It's where I think it's Danny Ketch. I think they kind of they fight off with Nightmare. Is this another Wolvie one-off? Or this is the same issue. Okay, so they allowed him to. That's probably why he came on. He's like, oh, I get to draw Wolverine again. You could tell he checked out here. Look at this art. This is like spot black, a little bit of rendering, silhouettes. Like, this is Sam Keith. This is someone who's done. Like, they're out of gas. Right here, these pages. Yeah, he was game over right here. Yeah, I remember that pen up. And then I think, let's see, the rest of this, I think this is just like Romita, some Kubert, a couple Sylvester issues, and that was it. Let's look in the back. Let's see if there's any Keith covers or anything in here. I don't recall. I think I did art for inspiration of this omnibus, didn't I? I think I did. Yeah, there's a little bit of Sam. Marvel Age Magazine 105. You get this cool little card-sized art right here of Cyber and Wolvie. That wasn't using this was made, I think, just for this cover because I don't recall that from the book, from the story at all. And it talks a little bit about Sam. That's a badass piece right there. I don't know if there's anything else in here. Early John Romita Jr. Just when he still kind of had that Uncanny X-Men style going on, like a little bit during the, what was it, Daredevil run? And then he came over and did that. I actually am not a big fan of that. They had that 3-part crossover thing. I forgot what it was, but Ghost Rider, Punisher, this one. Not a huge fan. I think the colors are ugly as hell. That's probably the main reason I didn't like it. Just like super flat. It was just sort of like those days were done by that time. Nothing was coming out. Here's a Wills piece right here. That's kind of cool. We're not here for Wills, though. We're here for Sam. Where are you, Sam? Yeah, that might actually be it for Sam. Unused cover. That's not unused. Maybe the colors. Not sure. How funny that Marvel doesn't even have this file, so they had to actually scan this cover. This cover was only sold by, I believe this was sold by some company. Yeah, mail order variant. It was like American Comics or someone, and every copy was signed by Bill Sienkiewicz. So they had to acquire this book and then scan it with the signature. It's like, I don't know who's in control of their files, but they need an archivist. Oh, here it is right here. This was the this is the cover to the trade paperback of just the Blood Hungry stuff. It has all the Wolverine versus Cyber in it. So you got that. That's the cover to it. Pretty easy to come by too, by the way. That trade is like not super difficult to find. I'm gonna guess would run you about $8 or so. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, that's it. That's it for that. Wandering Stars by Sam Keith, 1987. I'm gonna end this. Maybe go see what's going on for dinner. Where are we at? No Denny's because I might stream it. You guys can't do Denny's 3 times in a row. We'll just go to Norm.